Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today or tonight we're gonna start the revision process of my writing project Ezra. I don't know, okay, I wasn't supposed to start this tonight, but I've been wanting to start it recently and I've just been like putting it off. Like I was supposed to start revising last month, which was September, but I was on Fable and I saw something that said like since today's National Writing Month, like what y'all writing, and I was like, National Writing Day. I was like, oh my gosh, like I should probably start revising my article or revising my novel because I've been wanting to do it forever. I actually have been wanting to do it since Labor Day because that was when I printed out like the document, and honestly, it's not even like fully written. It was I'm like not even midway. I wasn't even midway through the writing plan. I just realized that I just need to restart because I don't know. I think I mentioned this in earlier videos, but this was my narrow round project for 2024, which was last year, for a semester-school thing that I had to do for school, and the planning and research was just so rushed. Like I was just writing. I had not a lot of research, and seeing as like this is about God and like it's gonna be my way of spreading the gospel, I want to take time and research it and actually plan it. And I've been wanting to do like the sticky note wall and actually like do research and plan it. So I have a new notebook. It's only 80 sheets, but it's college ruled, so I think that'll be fine. And then I'm gonna decorate this to match the vibe of my book. Although I'm at like a crossroad. I don't know how I want to edit. Not how I want to edit. How I want to like put the vibe of my book. Like I don't, because at first it was Project Ezra, and it was red and black because it's like assassin, so it was like blood and red. But now I kind of came up with like a title in my head, like God's Gilded Blade, and to me that's gold and white, but I love the red. So for now, I'm going to keep it as red and keep it as Project Ezra. This is like the printed, I guess you can call it a manuscript. It's not fully a manuscript. It's 206 pages. And it's like over 50,000 words. And honestly, it just, the plot was like, the essence of the plot was there. But I realized that I need a strict plan of what I want to write, because when I sit down and I have like bullet points, it doesn't help, because I'm like, well, I don't really know how to execute this plan. I want to do some deep like planning. I want to redo everything. Like I have character boards, but I'm going to redo that. I'm going to redo the vibe boards. I'm going to redo the plot. I'm going to write down the plot here and then do it on my wall right here. I'm just going to redo everything. Like this is, after I edit this, it's going to be like a clean slate. Like I'm going to redo all the characters, because while I was writing, I made up a whole new character and decided he was going to be important and did not plan him out at all. In one scene, he has curly hair. The next scene, he has a buzz cut, because I can't decide if I want him to have a buzz cut or if I want him to have curly hair. And he's very important because he's supposed to be the love interest. And it's just like so many plot holes. Like, so this was like the original like planning of it, but I decided I'm just gonna redo it and take notes, put in here. And then I have sticky notes. I have a bunch of sticky notes, and I'm gonna get more sticky notes tomorrow from my teacher because I made a bingo, so I'm gonna get like 3 pads of sticky notes. But yeah, I just got the random urge to just finally start, because I kept putting it off, like, oh, I'm gonna do a whole video about it, but like I need to do this reading vlog first, or I need to film my September read video, or I have to do this. And I'm just deciding to just go into it and just do it. editing chapter 1 in the prologue like I wanted to, I have a full page of notes, which is like way less than I thought I would have. But a lot of it was just like me questioning, like, would this character say this? Or, oh my gosh, you need to research this. Like, I need to research a lot of Mexican culture. I need to research pregnant woman because the MC is pregnant in the prologue. I need to research royalty. And then I also need to research like spy stuff. So like, there's a lot of stuff that I need to work on. I also need to work on my world building that I've noticed. And just work on how the characters interact. And then there's also a lot of things that I was like, why? Because like I would put things, but it's like, but why would she have that? Like, why would she have that privilege? Okay, hi guys. So I kind of finished the brainstorm map, kind of. I just ran out of room, so I'm probably gonna start another one on the back because most of it is like characters, like the main and prominent characters in the story and like their relationships and how they connect. And then I started off with like the general plot, and then I started getting like ideas for like things I was struggling with in the last draft. So like I had like a rebellion because I knew I wanted a rebellion. I knew the whole point of the book was to overturn the kingdom, but like I didn't know why they wanted to, so I made up like a reason. Like the king is like ignoring forgotten lands, which is like the common thing in fantasy worlds. But I'm gonna do that, and then I'm adding kind of like not really magic, but kind of a magical touch because I always want to do that in the book. And at first I was scared because like it's supposed to be about God, so I didn't want it to be like super like witchy and stuff. But I did find a way to incorporate like something magical-ish, kind of. I don't know. I'm still writing it. I'm still gonna continue like brainstorming like plot ideas, like additions, and then I want to plan out relationships because I have the main character and her new love interest, but I don't really know how their love story is gonna go because they're supposed to go enemies for lovers, and I don't want it to be like they're enemies for like 3 chapters and then like they're lovers. I want it to be like kind of a slow burn because he's supposed to like absolutely hate her because he thinks that like she slept her way there, which is like common because she's gonna be the only female knight, and then he's supposed to realize that he's kind of wrong, and like he's gonna realize it while the main character is falling in love for someone else that she should not be falling in love with. So I'm just having this is actually kind of fun to plan out because I've been like pushing it off because I just didn't really have enough time, but I decided to just sit down and do it today. So I've decided to work on like the world building aspect of my book because I got an idea for like the history of it and like the timeline, and a lot of it's inspired by the Bible because it's a Christian fantasy. And I'm writing the beginning of the world, like how it was created, because it's basically Genesis. Why does it feel like I'm copyrighting God? But I am having fun because I came up with a lot of ideas. I actually got inspired by a movie I was watching like Zootopia. I decided for my book I had a secret. I was like, okay, they're gonna like unearth like the secrets of the royal family, and that the royal family aren't true Christians and are not doing stuff right. No clue what that stuff was. I had like someone died, was killed because of something. No clue why. But now I'm kind of putting pieces together. My eye's like on fire. I don't know if something's wrong with it, but I'm putting pieces together, like why she was killed, and I'm kind of toughening up the rebellion, because the rebellion was kind of just like a group of people who wanted to kill the king and queen and the royal family, but now it's more in depth, and I'm excited to get to that part of the planning. But right now I'm working on the history and how the world was created, how the kingdom was founded, the history of the disease and the plague, and then how, like, who was expelled from the land and why. I don't really know who's going to be expelled from the land. I was thinking of doing something like Zootopia, like, you know how they have the disease and the people were like injecting the disease into the predators to make them seem bad, which, like, they're not going to be injecting the plague, but they're going to be blamed for it. I just don't know who. So it's currently 7:18. I woke up at 6 to get ready for school early so that I could have time to work on my world building. I plan on finishing my world building stuff by today, because I have like an hour to have to get on the bus, and then at school I'm gonna work on it, and then hopefully I'll be done by the time I get home, and then the video's gonna end, and then I'm gonna work on plotting. I got pretty far yesterday. I finished the history of it, and then I started working on, like, I started figuring out what the secrets were going to be for the royals and Ezra's connection to them, and then I went to sleep. But I made a world building checklist for what I have to do. I do the geography, which is like the cultures and the people, the physical geography, because they're gonna have different terrains, and then I have what the places are known for. So, like, it's a place of fishing province, and then I have the timeline, which is the past, which is like the history. I already did that, and then I have the present, which is like what the story is placed in now, and in the future is gonna be like the next book. And then I have the royal structure, which is like what the castle is like, what the schedules are, and like how the rules operate. And then I have prophecies for the next book. So that's what I want to do today. And actually, it's very good that this is based off of the Bible, because I get to do research in the Bible, so I get to grow my faith, and then also, like, this is kind of my way of spreading the gospel. And I came up with like a pretty cool, like, way to reference the Bible a lot, and it's kind of like Fahrenheit 451 in a way, because they redact some of the books in the Bible. So this is just very interesting. At first I was concerned because I call it fantasy because it's in a fictional world. Like, it's not based on our world at all. And so, oh my gosh, I need to make a money system. I think what else I gotta do that I just forgot, because I need to make a money system. I'm like, what are they gonna pay with? I think it's just gonna be gold coins. Gold and silver coins and bronze coins, because that will be easy to, like, put a value to them. I don't know. Building a world is hard. Like, in my last books that I made when I was like 12, they were built in the real world. So all I had to do was look up places. But, like, even though, like, the Bible did most of my world building for me, I still have to, like, make up the important details. Like, I was thinking, like, what do we have in our world that's important? And I was thinking about cultures, and then I was also thinking about political systems. But because it's a royalty type world, I don't think it's gonna be that hard. And also, I was concerned that it might not be considered a fantasy because it doesn't have, like, magic in it, but it kind of does have magic, because, like, you know, in the Bible, like, there is magic, but it's not like the magic that people often think about. Because, like, when people touch Jesus's cloth, it wasn't because, well, he was magical and he did have powers, but it was only because of their faith. So that's kind of what my magical type system is. And it's not going to be that important in this book, but it's definitely going to be important in the next book. So I'm going to try to get the cultures and probably physical geography done. And then we'll see, because I think I have like 7 provinces I have to make up. Which I don't really need to have that much like world building for those right now, because the book right now only takes place in one place. Well, actually 2. It's going to take place in 2 places. So I just need to figure out what those places are that the story's going to take place, and then I'll put more detail into those until the next book. I just need to know the characteristics of the place so that when the different places interact in this book, I can still know what I'm doing.